day. Okay, go.
Okay, so our day started really late because I fell back asleep after
Again?
you guys left.
Oh, wow,
Yeah,
Katie.
like, out.
We're
Done.
tired.
So we left here around 2:40ish.
No, we left here around 3:30.
3:30. No, because we were about halfway there when it.
No, honey, I remember because I let you
was
sleep.
mad.
I let you
Yeah.
sleep until 3:30, and you
And I
were
was
upset
mad.
that
I was
didn't
so
wake you
upset.
up. Which
Because everything closes around 5. And I was like, shit, we're not going to be able to go see anything. But so I picked a direction, and we were going to go see the Kyoto Imperial Castle, because it's that direction, and not very far. We got there, and it's closed. There's a huge festival tomorrow that
They're preparing
they're
for.
preparing for. And so we couldn't go see that. So then we picked another direction and just kept going. And we hit a temple.
a big temple.
We took film of it, so Jesse.
Oh,
will
that
insert
makes me
film
happy.
somewhere
Thank you.
Of, but we went into this temple that was literally temples of other temples.
So there were a bunch of smaller temples.
Like,
it was
shrine.
like the
shrine,
grounds.
big shrine,
the grounds
shrine,
were
shrine.
big. The grounds were
It's
at least like a
huge.
city block.
It was ridiculous.
And
every shrine had its own Shishi and Kona emu, who are the guardians.
We saw some of them too. Yeah.
But every one of these little shrines in this complex had their own.
Did they look
They
different?
were all different.
Oh, I would have
we
loved
We
that.
took a lot of pictures of them. And then after that, we found this on the way to Yokai Street, because I knew I wanted to go see Yokai Street.
And it was like they were really old shrines too.
Mhm.
They had been around. It said like the grounds had been established in the year like 940 or 948 or something like that. So over 1,000 years old.
God, that's really cool.
Yeah. Really neat. So we started walking again, and so me being my boring self, I counted how many hair salons we passed, as well as how many bike shops we passed, and how many glasses shops we passed.
Like 30 hair
because
salons.
we passed 34 hair salons on our way back to Yokai Street.
I didn't even notice that. I noticed the bicycle shops.
And then we passed 9 bicycle shops and 22 eyeglasses shops.
I saw like no one wearing glasses except Kayla.
Right.
Yeah.
Why do they have 22 eyeglasses shops?
Lots
if
of
they're
people
not
wear
wearing
contacts.
glasses?
Oh, yeah.
So we were laughing pretty hard because I'm like, did you notice this? And he goes, no. And then he started counting with me as we walked. Look, bike shop. Oh, that's the
Bike shop.
Bicycle repair shop. Does that count as a regular bike shop?
Yeah, it does. It's still a bike shop.
Still a bike shop. So then we got to Yokai Street, which is really, really neat. It's
I've heard of it.
Little secondhand shops,
Mhm.
like the whole way down.
And everything's cursed.
No, so it's where they do the night parade of 100 demons every year.
Oh.
So they don't.
We can go there on our last night in Kyoto.
Really?
Katie wants to go back anyways.
Mm-hmm.
We'll go with him.
Cool.
So we took lots of pictures. Each little shop has its own little yokai. There is one shop that does definitely look like it's scarier stuff than the rest.
Cool. I'm going in.
It was closed when we got there, so
We'll wake up early in the day.
all we could see is the scary fox lady and dead things
I love it. Is it
up in the window.
so? Wait, is our last day also a day that we're doing either Nara or Osaka?
No, so we got Osaka tomorrow or Nara tomorrow. If we want to do those two tomorrow, and then our last day, our plane doesn't leave till like 6 p.m.
Okay.
So
So yeah, yokai
Okay.
before the
we
plane.
could do the yokai, and we could actually walk all the way. It only takes an hour to get to the.
So we have more time looking at the street. Let's take a bus there and do it the last day. But like tomorrow would be really nice for Nara and the beach. I'd like a rest day.
Okay.
Is that cool?
Yep, that's
And then
cool.
we'll go to Osaka the night after.
So we did the yokai, and while we were walking down Yokai Street, we passed a bar, and there was a really, really drunk man who's in the bar, and the owner's behind the counter, and he goes, "Sugoi gaijin!" That's like screaming, "Hello, white people!"
Well, and he was like loud too.
He was
clearly drunk.
So loud. So loud. And the poor owner, the poor owner looked so ashamed when I turned and smiled. And then they just watched us walk down
Oh my
the
god.
street. they didn't talk anymore after that. Like, he knew that I had turned inside. And I will admit that might have been my favorite part of the day, besides the temples, was just getting Sugoi!
So
Kaiji!
That sounds like a good day. After that, did you get dinner?
So we
or-
ate dinner twice.
Okay.
So we had dinner across the street at a little homey restaurant that we found. And it was very westernized food, so we then felt disappointed.
Yeah, I was
Ah.
not very happy with it.
No, it was good fish though. And so if we weren't Westerners, it would have been really good. But since we were expecting more Japanese food,
Yeah, I was not satisfied at all. I'm like,
So-
we're going to get dinner again.
yeah. So
Dinner part 2.
we did dinner part 2. And dinner part 2 we did at this little soba restaurant that's just
It was really
down the
cool.
street. That's really cool. And I had soba that had little tiny mushrooms in it with a
Oh.
flavor profile I had never tasted before.
Yeah, they were like these tiny, tiny little mushrooms.
Oh, it was weird, but it was good. But it
I
was
don't-
like really weird.
They were
No.
no, they were these tiny little mushrooms. They were kind of tanned, very funky, very earthy. I don't think you can get them in the States. I might be wrong about that. I might have seen them at the Asian market before.
But that was the weirdest flavor profile I have ever tasted. Like, I didn't know. I was like, do you know what's in this? Because I have no idea what this is. And he goes, no,
I'm like,
I have no clue.
I've eaten a lot of mushrooms and I did not recognize what those were.
Yeah, it was pretty neat. The little Japanese woman,
It was so nice.
it was so sweet. So she brought us out first, everything, and I asked her what this little thing that she brought out was. And I'm impressed with myself because when Kayla's not there, my Japanese is actually okay. I'm like, I would much rather Kayla speak Japanese because her pronunciation is spot on. Me, I just sound like an American trying to. So, but on the plus side, I know my words really well. So I'm like, "Kore wa nan desu ka?" And she goes, ah! And then she explained, and I go, oh, it's seaweed and tiny like anchovies is what she gave me over
Oh,
here.
weird.
And I was like, and it comes in a little cup. And then I asked her what another thing was, and she told us it was pickles. And then afterwards, she came back
Oh,
out.
and I got soba with like a whole herring in it. It was really good. It was sweet. It was cooked in either. I thought it was something with mirin. It might have been like some kind of
Oh, it was so good.
sweet.
She was
evil
running the whole
sauce or
restaurant by
something.
herself.
Yeah.
Oh.
So she came out and served us, and then she went back to cook. But then she comes back out after we're almost done, and she goes, "Ringo jelly," and I'm like, "Oh, it's apple jello." I'm so excited by the apple jello. Best jello I have ever had in my entire life.
Yeah,
I have
the
no
apple
idea
jello
how she
was
made
really
that
good.
because I hate jello. Excellent.
Hmm.
It was like you ate it and it was like having apple cider in
Mhm.
gelatin form in your mouth.
The Japanese are about their gelatin.
I was like, oh my god, this is the best thing ever. So, pretty good day overall. Soba shop, getting called Sugoi Gaijin, and and the temples today was
Yeah.
pretty fun.
Okay. Should we tell ours?
Mhm.
Okay. By you, I mean on you. Okay. So we left early because we're always afraid of being late. We had to get to our geisha experience, but we took the bus and we had our
Exact fare.
for the
Ready
bus.
to go.
Like the minute we were on the bus, we counted it out, even though we had like 16 stops, and then we like held our money. And we were looking at all the cool shops on the way, and when we got to the city for the geisha experience, we were really early, of course, and so we walked around. It was really pretty there. It was definitely like more old world Japan.
I found a nice souvenir from my mom. You can't see it in here, but it's like an assortment of like seasonal Kyoto candy.
Really cute candy.
It's really cute, so this will be good for her.
There were a ton of really cute like souvenir shops that were like, there were so many more Lucky Cats than I thought there would be. Like they're everywhere. We did buy some really cute cat pins though. Mine's a cat ironing panties, and hers is a cat with a little like thief
the
bag.
thief bag with the green with the white design, and each of the pins had like a name for their area, and hers was like floor master because it's like doing a chore, and mine says not suspicious.
Not suspicious cat.
Not suspicious.
But anyway, so we walked around. We walked like up this hill and found this really cute little like cafe.
This little shop that looked like it had like little parfaits, which I was really excited about. You go in and this place is gorgeous. Because the guy asked me, he's like, do you want a table or do you want to sit up on the tatami mat? And I was like, oh, tatami, let's do that. And he's like, go outside and you come in the other entrance. So we go out and there's immediately this little forested area with a water feature with fish. This freaking big, huge koi fish swimming around.
Beautiful garden.
And lots of like neat stonework and like moss and like little tiny waterfalls that we walk around so then we can take our shoes off and go in. And we ordered kind of the cheap parfait that they had. But they bring it out and it's not actually a parfait. This was really good. It was Greek yogurt, some kind of jam, jelly, preserve goodness, some little mandarin orange slices, and like a puff of the best vanilla ice cream.
Super good.
I was like, hot damn.
And we still had some time after that. There were some other foreigners sitting next to us. There were a lot of visitors from other countries in this place. And it was just, from what I understand, like a lot of shrines. Like some really big temples and then like little shrines everywhere. So after that we had some time to walk around. We just saw some really beautiful architecture and like then we found some feral cats.
Oh no, that's after what we did.
You tell what we did.
Okay. So by then it was time to do the geisha makeup experience. So we went in and we had to like fill out a form, like our name and what we wanted. We got to pick from a selection of poses where like we were like this, like this, like this, or like this. You get 5. You can pick 3. So we pick 3 and then we wait and then we go in and they have us put on like kimono underwear and they have like pictures on the wall of like how to do it. I have to take out all my earrings. Then once we have those on, we go in and they did our makeup. And they did our makeup fast.
So fast. They was
like, they do the white makeup. They put it on with a brush. They just go, where's your mouth and your eyes? And you go, okay. And they go, done. I was like, holy shit. They just spackle you with that. But the ladies we got were really fun. The woman I got actually mentioned, she's like, she like took a makeup remover cloth to my face, and I was like, oh, I'm not wearing any makeup. And she goes, really? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, every day? I was like, every day, no makeup. And I just went lazy, and she laughed. And she's like, you have such nice white skin. And I'm like, it's about to get a lot whiter. Meanwhile, Jesse's over there cracking up. Like, her lady is so funny. Because Jesse's like, I'm so white. She's like, Casper, mi tiny. Casper.
I said, oh, you made me a lovely ghost. She goes, Casper. She was really nice to me. She kept calling me cute and like just pretty. She was really complimentary. And then after all that, we get like another set of underwear over that underwear. And then we kind of get ushered into this kimono room.
After they put our wigs on. And the interesting about the wigs, the way they made the wigs look like they're your hair is they take the front of your hair out.
And
they
the
put
sides.
this wig on you and then comb it up into the wig and pin it into place and then spray paint your hair black.
Yep.
So that way it really looks like it's your hair because your hair has been pinned up into it.
Damn.
Yep.
Man,
it really hurts after a while.
Man, I sent you guys on an adventure.
It's really heavy.
We had to like balance very carefully. I kept worried we were gonna fall off.
It hurt Kayla.
Yeah.
I asked the lady that was like helping me. She was like, "What kimono?" And I was like, "You pick my kimono." She's like, "No." I was like, "Okay." So I picked a pretty dark green one.
She picked a really nice, like, kind of rich olive green, which I was very surprised by. But it's like I didn't have my glasses on at all, and immediately Jesse's eyes are this interesting mix of like green and blue. And it's sometimes really hard to discern exactly what color they are because depending on like the light or where we are, they look either green or blue. But with that really rich green color, like I could see how beautiful her eyes were even without my glasses on.
It made me feel good. Poor Kayla was blind for like
whole time.
90% of this
They were like
experience.
helping me walk around because I kept telling them, I was like, I can't see.
They kept
and they
asking
were like,
her to like
"Oh."
look and choose things, and I
And
was
I
just
would just
choosing
laugh.
for her. I was like, she can't fucking see.
I was like, meet the nice, and they were like, oh, and then Jessie would like go over and pick.
She picked like a seafoam green one,
Mhm.
and then I picked the rest of her outfit.
Yeah, because like,
She looked really pretty. We picked like these pink butterflies and flowers to hang from her hair, and like a really nice red obi. And then they take us out because you could get pictures taken inside, which is like this little tiny like Asian theme room, and they took a couple of us inside together, and then they take us out to the courtyard, which is actually like a 4x4 square with like a little setup of plants, but they pose you in such a way that it looks like a big place. We got really lucky. Like they posed us and did what they were supposed to do, but then
there were two photographers.
Yeah.
One of them was kind of in training, and apparently they liked us so much that he was like, we'll do another set as a
gift.
present. So the like trainee photographer did a set of us as well. So we got more pictures than like initially we thought we were gonna get.
Then we paid for. Yeah, it was really cool. And then they give you like 10 minutes to take selfies. We only took a couple because Kayla couldn't see because we were done. We were done. But she came out and like I guess wanted us to still be taking selfies, so she like had us. She took pictures for us. So we got even more pictures on Kayla's phone, and they were just all really nice. And then we were very excited by then to like get everything off and go get some food.
I didn't want to do the walk around
Yeah.
experience because like I kind of had a feeling, but also it made me like nervous. But yeah, by the time we finished up in the courtyard, I was like, get this thing off my head. Like even like when I was there, like the lady was like, are you okay? And I was like, my head really hurts, and she's like, I will get this off you quickly. And I was like, thank you. Like she immediately stopped helping Jessie and came over. So we had all this makeup on, and the thing about the geisha makeup is it goes part way down like your chest and your shoulders.
Back.
So this lady is in the room with us. She knows I can't see the goddamn
She's scrubbing
thing.
Kayla.
So she's helping me get it all off because I can't see anything.
She was so nice.
I was like, oh, this is my Japanese makeup mom.
I got the feeling that this isn't like a service they do for everybody.
no.
She was like scrubbing us. She was showing us how to like. She showed us like all the soap, but then would also help us do it all. We washed our hair. We
I had to
felt a lot
wash my hair
better.
like 3 times to get all the black out.
Yeah.
She was really worried. She
Yeah.
was like, do it 3 times. Get
One more time.
One more time. I was like, okay.
And then we like filled out a little thank you card, and
Yeah.
they like gave us a USB with all our pictures.
Yep.
Really cool. Kayla got one of the wrong pictures as a gift, and she told them. So
I felt bad. I was like, I'm so sorry. This is not the right one for the print I selected. And she was like, oh, and I was like, I'm so sorry.
And they give us
And
albums.
she like walks out of the room, and I can hear her giving the like trainee photographer shit about
Yelling
the
at his
wrong
ass.
picture. And I'm like, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
so like you get a lot of stuff, and like one of the things, I hope this is Kayla's, you get like
it's Jesse's.
a wiki.
No.
But like they do like
Wow.
a thing for you.
Wow.
Yeah, so here's mine. And then like what do I got?
Doesn't even look like you.
I know. I
So
look
pretty.
So Asian.
You look so Asian.
And then Kayla is beautiful as well. Where are you, Kayla? Here it is. Here it is. So I did all that, and then we went. Kayla's so pretty.
Oh wow.
This is my favorite
Wow.
Kayla one. But I really like this.
I love the
facing.
profile of her.
They wanted to know what flower she wanted to take a photo with, and I told them wisteria. It's her favorite. They laughed. They liked that. We made them laugh a lot, which was
Yeah,
good.
we had a good time.
We had a good
It was
time.
fun because we taught him a new word because he kept trying to tell Jessie to like hold
Here's
her
us.
kimono sleeves, but he couldn't figure out the word, and I was like, hold, and he's like, hold, and then every time he'd be like, you hold, I'd be like, yes. They realized pretty quickly they could give me directions in Japanese.
Yeah,
which
they
made
tried
better.
sometimes with me, and I was like, no. Yeah. Then they wanted me to take another, so we did.
Yeah,
like
that's her gift photo that she got.
It's pretty.
It was really fun. And then we went.
Show
and got-
them the together photo.
I did.
Oh, okay.
I did show them this together photo.
Okay.
We have together photos from Lagoon as cowboys. We're kind of making a collection of weird shit we do together. And then we went to dinner. Well, first we just started walking.
We're just walking
just
and
walked.
we found a temple. I think it was like Daikokuji or something like that. This temple was bigger than expected, like just the temple grounds, because we kept walking and I was like, we're still in here. So I did have have a great time because as we were walking around, we found like 5 stray cats, and I pet 2 of them.
They were all different colors and really little, but they all looked really healthy.
I pet a little orange one and a little calico one.
Yeah.
I made cat friends.
I found these, which are only. Hold on. These are only a Kyoto treat.
Yeah.
And I wanted you guys to try them because I really remember liking them.
Oh, so we're having a taste testing now.
What else did we do?
Mukbang. Okay, so we decided, we were like walking around and we're like, okay, we're gonna find somewhere to eat, we'll walk. We're gonna find somewhere. So I put on my GPS to be like, okay, but we don't wanna like walk off in some ridiculous direction. So I'm like, okay, we are staying over that way, so we'll walk this direction. And we ended up kind of almost in like tourist zone, but then we ended up in like downtown Kyoto zone. So we went and looked in a lot of shops, and that's where we found our little kitty pins. And also some of these, which Jesse's very, very excited about.
We'll finish telling our story and then we'll
Yeah.
open them up.
So we found a little noodle shop, which was great. That's exactly what we wanted. So we go in and Jesse gets a curry soba, which was very, very strong. And I got like egg drop soup's cool brother with udon noodles in it. It was very, very tasty. And there were this group of, they were from somewhere in Europe, some tourists, like some old guy and like 2 women that maybe were sisters. I don't know if one of them was his wife or what. Maybe it was a bunch of siblings. But this woman is like struggling with like how to ask for a fork. And I just think, I was like, are you trying to get a fork? And she goes, yeah. I'm like, just say fork. I'm like, fork, knife, and spoon. They use the English words. Just say fork. And she's like, really? And I was like, yeah. And she like gets the person's attention. She's like, can I have a fork? And the girl goes, oh, fork. And like goes and gets one, comes back. And I'm like, that's gonna help you so much on your trip.
And then we walked. We walked all the way.
Then we drank 2 things of
we
sake.
did 2 things of sake, which helped
And
because
then
then our
we
feet
were like,
didn't hurt.
let's walk all the way home. Google's like, it's an hour and 20-minute walk. And we're like,
That's fine.
yeah.
On our walk, we stopped and got the most beautiful cake.
Yeah. We got a crepe, one of those crepe cakes. So it's layers of crepe with cream and fruit inside of it. And it's funny because the lady starts going to like box it up all super like fancy, and I was like,
No.
I was like, no, we're gonna eat that right now. And she's like, oh, and just hands us 2 tiny spoons, and I was like, great. So we just ate it on the street.
So Kayla and Jesse walked home. We also walked home. Jameson and I walked home past our next place to stay.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's very fancy.
Oh, the Ryukon?
Uh-huh.
When
Yeah.
are we doing that?
That is the 17th.
Yeah.
So is that...
The night of the 17th.
I'm just trying to figure out how we fit everything in.
So tomorrow is...
Yeah, let's talk about that later. not while
Okay,
we're
sorry.
And so we decided to walk all the way back. We had a little fiber adventure.
Found fiber in one of the, like, dispenser machines, so we bought it and chugged it and hoped it'd be okay on our
And
half
we
an
thought
hour
about it,
left
we're
to
like,
walk.
oh yeah, we still have to walk.
And we're full of sake, and I was like, God, I want to shit my pants. It hasn't worked yet.
Still waiting.
Yeah,
Still
we're
waiting.
to
And
see
then
what
we got
happens.
back.
Yeah, here we are.
It was really nice just kind of walking around. There were a lot of tourists.
Tons.
Oh, when we
everywhere.
were in the temple, there were these tourists, you know, the big ropes that
bells.
you pull on to ring the bell to pray? There was this grown-ass woman and another grown-ass woman, like, putting their whole body weight on them and, like, leaning and, like, swinging around on them. And I was giving them the stink eye. And this lady, like, drops it so it goes and clangs against the freaking fence. And I could not help it. I was like, be careful!
You said, hey, oi! You
Yeah.
yelled oi at her, and
Yeah.
she startled
And she
her.
looks at me and she goes, and I was like, I just gave her the dirtiest fucking look. I was like, don't do that. She looked at least a little bit sorry. And I was like, what is wrong with you? Like, this is an amusement park. I told Jesse, I'm like, that's basically like walking into a cathedral, grabbing the incense thing and swinging it like a flail. Like, you just don't fucking do that.
Or diving into the sacred bathing pool of
Yeah.
baptisms.
Yeah,
Like,
do that.
like
Like, show up with, like, a swimsuit and be like, I'm just
Snorkel.
gonna take a little, ooh, the water's fine. Like,
remember how we were doing 6 baptisms today? No, I'm just going to lay here in the nice cold water. Thanks!
yeah, no, so you don't do that. But most people were fine. But yeah, we walked back and we kind of people watched. There were a lot of tourists. We stopped in a lot of like little shops to look around. There was this one place that like sold only gorgeous hairpins and really pretty earrings.
It's like rich.
And I had to tell the lady, I'm like, we're
We
just
cannot afford
looking
this.
because holy shit. Oh, but they were
So, Kayla,
gorgeous.
if you were a dragon, would you have hoarded these hairpins?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
So let's try these. Here,
I
I'll
would
film.
be the most adorned dragon ever.
Okay.
Oh, no. They also brought me back an Inari because they know I have a problem.
Just so cute. I had to. Yeah. Kayla bought it. Okay. Yeah, let's open these. Kayla, open it.
Okay.
These are strawberry ones. I don't know if I ever had those, but I had a lot of these, and they're like.
Well, there's 4 of each, so we can all have one. Oh, and like a bonus one.
Snap. Yeah, this is a Kyoto only thing.
So,
the
At
plastic
the
bag.
Yokai Street, they did have fox masks, but they weren't made of wood. They were all paper.
Yep.
Paper?
Paper?
So,
Were they paper or plastic?
they were paper.
Paper I'd be more interested in.
Okay, they were like the really traditional fox masks
Mhm.
with the bright old eyes and the red markings.
I think I'd get it if it was paper and probably frame it at home.
Mhm.
So yeah, that I'm interested in. We found a lot of masks, but they weren't really, they were like all the plastic ones. Nope, it has to be quality. So I'd love to go back and look with
It's
you
on
there.
top. You want to go for the one on the bottom there?
Oh, it's like
Fair
dough.
It is. It's like mochi. It's cold.
So you can go for the one on the bottom.
Is it too mochi for you?
Texture-wise, it's unpleasant. But taste-wise, it's pretty good.
I like the texture.
It's surprisingly cinnamony
Mm-mm.
for
Yeah.
something you like.
It's the cinnamon's in the dough. The filling is all strawberry.
Katie does not like. You don't have to eat it. Just put it back if you don't want it.
You try this one.
This is green tea.
It's sweet bean with matcha.
So I like the texture. That strawberry was too sweet the moment I bit it. So let's see.
Try the green one.
I'll try this. I'm not usually huge on red bean paste, but I'll
Hang on.
give it a shot.
I'll give you half of mine.
Or all of mine.
Nope.
They're too sweet for
Too
me.
sweet for you?
I don't like the green one.
I'm the only
All yours,
one.
honey.
So I enjoy the texture because I like mochi.
Not
are
these, huh?
Way too sweet.
Oh man, I like them. You're all suffering. I'm sorry that I've done this.
Well, now we know